Alrighty. I don't know why this motherfucking game always loud as hell. Alright. So, there's a couple things I'm going to cover in this video. First things first, the name. I hear a lot of YouTubers and other people that mention my name pronounce it wrong. But the way it's pronounced is W.A. Padel, not the way that most people have been pronouncing it. So, if you upload my mods or whatever, all that I ask for is for people to, at least shout me out. If you can't do that, then, at least put my YouTube page within the description. Because just like you, I'm trying to keep my viewers and subscribers up also. And it takes me hours to provide people with content, which, they just take my content and boom, gain a lot of subscribers. And, I'm kind of getting to the point now where it's getting really ridiculous. Not only me, other modders. I know a lot of other modders that make a lot of content for different games, and they really don't get the recognition they deserve or the credit. Of course, we take models from other games or assets from other places, or sometimes we create them ourselves. I mean, it just depends on the project. If it's a rare model that you don't see anywhere, then 9 out of 10 is probably either made by the modder themselves, or they collaborated with another modder and things of that nature. So please, if you are a YouTuber and you got damn near 50,000 subs or anywhere beyond 1,000, do us a favor, man, and shout us out, us martyrs. I mean, if you are a martyr and you within that range, then kudos to you. So, let me just go into modding. For those that's new to this scenery, the console gamers, modding is pretty much trial and error. It's not something that's going to always work as intended, because you got two different people doing two different things. Sometimes they may use the same resources from within the game, or sometimes they may not. It all depends on whether or not, this mod uses specific content. With my mod, or mods, I usually modify things that a lot of other people may modify, which is the Pip-Boy. With that being said, most PC gamers, they've been modding for years, and not modding as in making the mods, but just modifying their game, and they know how to troubleshoot a problem or, figure out a solution to an issue they may have. With consoles, this is something brand new. It's real hard to just say exactly, okay, what is going on and what's conflicting with what, and there ain't really a way you can fix it, because you just downloading stuff we upload. With PC gamers, on the other hand, there's two or several different ways you can get a mod. You can get it from the actual source, you can get it from Bethesda, you can get it pretty much wherever on the internet that is uploaded. With consoles, that's not the same story. You got one place to get all your content from. So I see a lot of people always complaining if not complaining, asking why is my pit boy constantly disappearing? Well, let me just show you. So whenever I do a new mod and showcase it, demonstrations and all this and that, and what you able to do, I pretty much have that mod activated. I don't use other people mods. These few that I have are for, research purposes. But majority of the mods I have are my own. And, some things I don't know how to do, so I had to kind of poke around in other people mods and kind of figure out how they made this work and that work. And sometimes I kind of, use those as templates to help me figure out an issue that I have trouble figuring out. But anytime I upload a video is real time. I didn't go in After Effects or Adobe Premiere or Sony Vegas or whatever software you use to edit videos. I don't do none of that shit. I just, start the game, press record, and give it to you raw, with no edits or nothing. So with that being said, every time I make a demonstration, I'm trying to let people know this is how it's intended to work on a vanilla game without other people mods. I don't know exactly how my mods would react with other people mods, because the thing is there are several thousand mods right now available. And for me to test my mod with everybody mod, that's ridiculous for one, and it will be a tedious process for two, and I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but with my time and work, I don't really have time to be trying to sit here and figure out, okay, how to make my shit work with other people's shit. That's just not gonna happen. So with that being said, I kind of make it easy for people to use my shit. And forgive me for cussing for those listeners that's PG-13, but sometimes it get infuriating when people always constantly bashing me with the same exact thing, and I keep telling them countless times it's not my mod, and then I don't really try to go back and forth with people because majority of the time they may be a troll, and don't feed the trolls or they gonna come back anyway. So if you gonna do a mod playthrough with one of my mods, what I suggest to you to do is pretty much disable the mods you're not using. If you're using all your mods, cool. It's all trial and error, and to find the culprit, the best way is to disable everything. That way, if it is mine, then okay, now you've eliminated all the other chances of it being something else. So this video is something brand new. This will be kind of like a tutorial for those that don't know how to mod, and it's gonna also be showcasing my new mod. Excuse me, I just got through eating, so I'm kind of having acid reflux. The load order. I've been seeing people post their solutions saying, okay, if I, move this mod here and move that mod there, things start to work the way they're supposed to. And here's the thing that I'm not understanding, because I get one crowd of people saying the mod works, it's just the Pip-Boy don't work, and then I get another crowd saying the Pip-Boy works just fine, and I'm kind of confused because it's like I'm hearing two different stories, and pretty much I don't know which is true. And that scenario leads up to this point I'm trying to make. If the Pip-Boy is not showing on your arm in third person, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. deliberately took the motherfucker off your arm, because it's it's real hard to get third party models or meshes and make them exactly the same proportions as the Fallout 4 universe characters. I mean, of course I can, but it's really time consuming. And this particular mod took me damn near a week, mainly because I reworked everything, redid the scripts, and pretty much now I fixed a lot of other issues that people were having, which is the issue where they load the game and armors constantly spawn, which is not a bad thing, and it's also not a good thing. I can understand if you constantly getting over encumbered, or you maxing out your inventory because of my mind. And yeah, that to me, I say that's something that's worth fixing. So, I listened to all the people that provided the criticism, and went from that point. So in the future, updates for all my previous mods that's already released, I will be updating them with the new script that doesn't allow the game to consistently load armors or weapons or whatever I included with that particular mod. So now that I've pretty much broken down that little portion of this video, alright, we're gonna go over to save files. So I kind of want to do this for the sake of the video. I'm not gonna do this every time I do a video, but the dialog box that popped up, so you can see it's telling you, okay, there's some stuff that's in this save file that's no longer in your game or activated. So here's the thing, people. If you download a mod of mine, and let's just say I make an update or whatever, and you saved the game before I made that update, well, the chances are, if you reload the game and you receive my update, the thing is, the save file is gonna keep the game the same exact way it was before you even receive my update. Therefore, if you get a broken mod, and forgive me if I ever do, but I'm human, I make mistakes. You may run into a reoccurring issue that may seem like it's impossible to fix, but the problem really lies with your save file. So to all those people that are planning on doing playthroughs with my mods or other people's mods, I highly suggest you make a separate save file with nothing, no mods, none of that shit activated, just a vanilla game, and you go from that point forward. If you save down the line, cool, but just beware that some things will be altered, if not many things. So what I'm trying to state is, if you run into an issue and you get an update and you say it's still not working, the reason it's not working is because the save file saves the entire game the way that it is, for lack of better terms. And it's going to be that way every time you load the game, unless you go to a earlier save, or if you make a brand new save without anything. So That's one solution I can give to those, because most Bethesda games do that. They save the entire game and whatever content you've added into that save file, and it's pretty much etched in stone at that point. So I really suggest those that mod, make a separate save file dedicated to modding, and keep another save file dedicated, to strictly vanilla gameplay. So I didn't really get a chance to cover this because I was talking about the save file. So I'm gonna reload. So as I load this game, you're gonna see some new shit pop up around the left top hand corner. So be looking in that area, the left top hand corner, and kind of center ish on the left hand side. So as you can see now, you still see this stuff getting added to your inventory, along with another dialog box saying that everything has been allocated to your inventory. In other words, what was going on was the old script I used was constantly running, and it was constantly looking to see if you had these items in your inventory. And if it found out that it didn't see that item, then basically what the game would do is, okay, we don't see item X, so we need to reload this script again and give this player all his shit back. And every time people would unequip my stuff or give it to a settler or whatever, basically what would be happening is every time they get rid of one thing, the game would say, oh, it looks like we don't see this item, so we're going to restock you with that item again, along with every other item. And that's something that come with writing scripts or programming languages. You got to be logical with it. So I had assistance for somebody else. That person I credit on every last one of my mods. His name is CPU. He did assist me with the first script. The second one I pretty much did on my own. But I thank him because he made it a lot easier for users to do exactly what I wanted. So, and by that I mean they start their game, the shit there. There is no looking for it. There ain't no crafting. I like things to be instant, easy, and ready to go out the box. So, this just come from previous modding days, from other games such as Grand Theft Auto or Skyrim, two popular games. And I seen other modders, they'll make a mod, and you gotta go all the way across town, or you can't just see the shit as soon as you start. And to me, I like to be right then and there. I don't like to wait. So that's the reason for the auto equip and the auto add to your inventory and all this and that. I still do give the user the opportunity to craft it if they want to, and things of that nature. So enough of this bullshit and talking I'm doing. Let's go and get into the good stuff. So let's see. With this mod, I pretty much gave you Deadshot rifle with the ACOG scope, or ACOG, however you pronounce it. And pretty much if you aim down the sights, you're going to go down the scope sight. And there ain't no mod in this weapon. So reason being, to eliminate problems that may arise in the future. Because if I allow you to, put this and that and this and that, you may run into future problems. If you are still able to modify this weapon, I highly suggest not doing so because things may not align properly. So I don't know if I disabled everything completely, but to my knowledge, I've tried my best to disable majority of the mods. Also, you will get 1,000 bullets. I don't know exactly what caliber this is. I guess .45. I don't know, but you'll get that particular bullet added to your inventory if you don't already have some. That way you can, have fun with the gun. He's a fucking superhero, guys and girls. So he's going to be OP in some sort of way. Oh, and while I'm talking about things, you see the Pip-Boy is working. You can see it on his arm clear as fucking day. However, in third person, as I always state, is not present. And that's how I intended it to be. So for those that keep saying, I don't see my Pip-Boy and all this bullshit, dude, that's how it's supposed to be. So if you don't see it while you're in third person, there ain't shit wrong. And quit saying that shit. If you want to troll, go ahead, waste your time typing or your breath or whatever. I don't give a fuck, but the shit works. So let's get to the armors. I added 3 armors for now because I'm a lazy ass dude and I'm busy at the same time. I don't really have too much time to just constantly do all these people's requests. I try to do the best I can, but I give people enough. Of course they ask for more, but whatever. So due to this playthrough, I kind of level my dude up a little bit. So I don't know what level I am because I don't really play this game. But the original stats is 100 damage resistance. You also get 100 AP, action points, and 100 luck. And that's pretty much on all 3 of them. Only thing that changes is the cosmetics, the look of the costume. They will also add a perk. So in previous mods, when I added perks to a particular costume or armor, there was an issue that, like I said, I can only test so much. I can't test everything. All I can do is go based upon what people tell me. But the issue was they'll try to access the perk chart or level up chart, and it wouldn't show. You see, that's working. So no issues with that. And before I did make this video and other takes, when I tried to do this, I ran into problems, but I fixed it before, I made the video. So I don't want to be going through and be like, oh, fuck, I need to fix this and this and this. This is strictly showcasing the mod and me commentating, explaining how mods work. So it's kind of like a double video. So right now you see we don't have nothing extra, but when you add the costume or armor, you get Deadshot accuracy and precision. It don't have no description or nothing. It's pretty much self-explanatory. I mean, it's all in the title. And so, your Deadshot dude's pretty much 100% accurate. So, with that being said, we're going to spawn in an NPC to go against. So, bear with me while I find out what this command is, because I forget it every damn time. So, yes, Deadshot is OP when it comes to using the VATs and things of that nature. Three. So you see, it's pretty much one shot kill. I don't know why I made the accuracy 100%, but Fallout only go up to 95. But you still never missing, unless you know you just can't see that limb. Um, so you got infinite amount of critical chances or execution criticals. So you can do that pretty much any damn time. It don't really matter as long as you got enough action points to perform the VATs. I don't know what the fuck they call it. Shot selection. You can pretty much get a critical every time on any enemy. The fuck was that? So yeah, this is the Origins armor. Damn, something crashed. And his little eye augmentation thing, it illuminates at the night time. So that's a little cool feature or detail I added to make it always light up. What was that command? I can't even remember. That's it. So I demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know how dark it's gonna get, but yeah, there it is. So we also have the more modern version of Deadshot, the one from the movie Suicide Squad. And yes, there is no Pip Boy. I know I sound like a broken record, but this mod completely disables the Pip Boy in third person, but it's not to the point where it's gonna break the game. So for those that like that hideous ass shit on their arm, I don't have nothing against it. I just don't like that bulky thing. It don't really, cooperate with the mod that I'm using, especially this mod, because he got those wrist cannons or wrist guns or whatever you call them. I did try to get those to work, but excuse me, I was having trouble, finding an animation that was appropriate for those. I mean, of course, I had it working, but it looked like he was holding an invisible gun. So, as of right now, the wrist shooters or guns, I kind of put on the back burner until I, do a little bit more research with Creation Kit and figure out how to incorporate that. So here's another good detailed look at the Suicide Squad. I'm gonna make it a little bit brighter outside. Yes, you see, everything works in first person. There isn't any weird glitches going on. What else? Oh, let me bring up my notes. Yeah, I had to make notes for this shit because there's a lot of stuff I want to try to get out, and at the same time show off this mod. We got one more armor. The original. I just call it OG. So I don't know if this is the actual original first Deadshot, but you know, if you do your Googles, you'll find that this is one of the ones you see a lot in the comic books. So for those that want some nostalgia, you know, boom, there you have it. You got the original one. And of course, I made it where you don't see that big ass gun popping up through your Pip-Boy when you know, looking at it or whatever. And as you can see, there's the big ass Pip-Boy. You can't really see it, but that's what I'm trying to explain to people. This is what happens when you make a mod and he got some big ass guns on his arm. See that it just won't work. No matter how you want to look at it, it just won't work because, you know, the Pip-Boy just not the same size as the shit around his arm. A couple people suggested that I use the power armor Pip-Boy. I've been trying to figure out how to do that shit for the longest, but thing is, me and other martyrs kind of been trying to crack that one, and thing is, nobody have not been able to crack it. They don't know exactly where the file's located, and they don't know exactly how it's being called. All I can say is, if I was to make a power armor version of all my mods, then that would be the only way. But then you got to look at those animations and, you know, all of the requirements for a power armor. So that's kind of why I just say, you know what, fuck it. I'll figure out a easier way for people to, you know, fool with things. But you can see everything's working completely fine. There's no issues whatsoever. And once again, Pip-Boy is being, you know, hidden by the big ass fucking guns on his arm. So, like I said, it ain't too much I can do about that, but just completely disable it. With the Suicide Squad, it kind of fits around his arm a little bit better. It's not perfect, but, you know, if you were willing to play through and you wanted to keep that Pip-Boy on your arm for your lore, well, I suggest using this version of Deadshot. So we're gonna unequip it because I don't really like it with my mods. Not saying I don't like it at all, but it doesn't collaborate as well. So, male and female. So only difference is the animations are gonna change. You're gonna still get the same exact suit. It's just he may look a little weird or feminine, I guess. So, you know, if that's something that floats your boat, hey, be my guest, man. But I don't know, he just looked weird to me. And his stance is a little bit weird. So let's go back to a dude so he can have the male animations. there isn't a female variation of Deadshot, so don't expect a female variation. If I seen one, I would have incorporated it into this mod, but unfortunately, there wasn't one. So, god damn, this video long as fuck. Wait. So, I'm gonna use this one because this one is the most noticeable. A lot of people that make YouTube videos on my mods and other people that leave comments was always saying, well, why is my person so skinny, or why is he so fat, whatever. The thing is, the model, the mesh, the character, the cosplay, the person you are, which is Deadshot, it goes all based upon your actual character physique. So unlike in Skyrim, when I was making mods, I wasn't able to make an entire race. So therefore, if you got a big, huge, buff ass dude or fat ass dude, then your character or your armor is gonna look that way. So let's demonstrate. What is the command? What the fuck is the command? Show. So hopefully this shit won't mess up, because a lot of times it do. So I'm gonna do 2, and I'm gonna have to load the game, because if I do it more than once, I don't know, it bugs out and act weird. We're gonna do the fat version. So, you know, to me, this is something that I've never really knew. But I'm guessing this is something that the Fallout 4 engine does, which is pretty unique, and I like it, honestly. So, you know, if you wanted to have a chubby Deadshot, like a retired version or whatever, or your role playing playthrough, there you have it. You got a Deadshot that let itself go. This one he don't really look as big on, because, you know, he's pretty fit on this particular model, but he's still pretty big as hell. Let's see, and you got the original, so, you know, there's no discrimination towards those that want to play as a fat Deadshot. So let me unequip all this and make a save to show people that this stuff is not going to respawn in the inventory. So the last time I did this, it didn't actually happen, but you know, for those that have my other mods, this is pretty much the way you can see whether or not that script that I made, the new one, is working. So you unequip everything, you drop them on the ground, and you save the game. So quick saving, and when you load it, usually what happens is, since the game don't see these items in your inventory, it gives you all the items right back. So as you can see, there is no items being spawned. So that issue's been resolved. Excuse me. Rifle scope. Now, one thing that I did find weird, I don't know. I mean, it's not nothing too bad, but I just had to look into updating and fixing this. So when you drop this, sometimes it lands perfectly upright, and all the attachments such as the magazine and the scope, they just fall off. I really don't know why, but it's kind of weird. So this is my first weapon mod, well, first gun weapon mod. So I'm kind of learning exactly how this shit works. I don't know exactly how to do everything with weapons yet, but that's one of the reasons why I disabled, adding suppressors and all these sort of things. Alright, so let's show you the thin version, or anorexic. So I mean, he looks, a little bit more normal when you make him real skinny, and that pretty much goes for all my mods. So if you got a skinny dude, what is that? I might have to use that sack for my next mods. But yeah, if you pretty much got a skinny dude, it pretty much makes him look normal. Or that particular model. This one, he kind of looks too skinny. And I don't know. He kind of looks like he's supposed to with this, in my opinion. But the weight works. No, you can't wear wedding rings. Can't say my W's and R's. Wedding rings. You can't wear those. It's gonna unequip the entire costume or your armor. Reason being, it's the same reason that I was saying about the Pip-Boy. Certain things may not align correctly, and for me to get things pinpoint the same as, Fallout 4's default NPC or actor or meshes, it would be time consuming, which making Mars is already time consuming, but it'd just be a long ass process. So I pretty much just said, you know what, people want to be, this particular person, and that's what they're gonna get. All these extra little things, the nitpicky shit, I don't too much care for. And some mods may have it, some mods may not. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do it. I'm just saying most likely 99% of the time I'm gonna give the audiences what they want. But if it's like several little people nitpicking about, well, I can't wear my ring, or I can't wear this headband or this jacket with this armor, those people I'm not really paying any attention to. If I see a common theme, which is, okay, something not working, I'm going to try to test it out and try to replicate that issue. So for those that run into issues, what the dog just went through the ground. Be specific with your issue, man, or woman. Say exactly what you do and exactly how it happens, or exactly when, and all the steps. Like, I need to know everything. I need to know exactly what's going on, because if I don't, it's gonna be hard for me to figure out what the problem is. All right. So there you have it, guys. Deadshot. Like, comment, subscribe. If you dislike, that's fine with me also, but please provide the reason in the comic section. I said the comic section. In the comments. I'm tired as hell. Just got off work, been working damn near 12 fucking hours. Last but not least, please, people, keep the requests on my forums. I'm not trying to bitch at you people, but it's called organization. The reason I made the forums is so I can go into one place, I can see what people want, and I can go from that point. If I got people saying, well, can you make Cloud from Final Fantasy? Can you make Ichigo from Bleach? And they in all these different places. They on my Steam page, they on my Bethesda page, they on my YouTube comments, they in my emails. It's like I can't keep up with all these different places. So it's like going to the gas station. It's one fucking place to go to get your gas. Of course, you got competitors and all this and that, but you know there's one specific place you go to get the gas. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do when I make these mod requests. So, and I think I said that wrong. Make these mod requests. I'm tired as fuck. But yeah, when I'm trying to, do these requests, I just want it to be easier for me and for you. So, all you got to do is make an account. The link will be provided in the description of this video where to go to make an account and provide me with your request. I'm not going to say I will be able to fulfill it because I'm a one-man army. I do all this shit on my own. I don't have a team of fucking people doing mods. I'm doing this shit. Me. Only me. W.A. fucking Padel. Not other people. Of course, I got other modders that may assist or may help. But 9 out of 10, they not about to do the mod. What else? I don't really know what else to say. So I'm probably just going to end the video at this point. So let's just go out with a bang. If I can find that command. So for shits and giggles. I had to put on God mode so I can run away. Oh, well. I guess that's a good way to end it. Crash the game by spawning too many enemies. So yeah, people, like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you want, that's fine. And please leave the mod request on the website. If you like to make a donation, that's also cool. You can find out how to do that on the website to help keep the site running. Also, subscribe to my Twitch if you ever want to see me making a mod live. I will also have it where, it will stream to both Twitch and YouTube. I don't really care about people following me on Twitter and all that shit because Twitter is another outlet for me to do other things, such as networking with people about music on. So I don't really want to have the two, interacting with each other. If you find me on Twitter, that's cool. But I just want you to keep the mod stuff to the links that I provide on the video. So everyone have a positive week and a positive day. If you're going through some shit, I understand. Just try to be positive about it and don't let the frustration get you down. Peace out.